I have a problem. It's not a big problem, but it's a problem. You see, I want to tow my camper with that. I normally tow it with that. What's the problem? The problem is the hitch. When you're towing a camper, you need a specific hitch. Well, you don't need it, but it helps drastically improve the handling of your vehicle, especially when you're using a lighter duty vehicle like this Yukon. And this is a load leveling hitch or weight distribution hitch. Now what's the problem? With this one, nothing. I have this set up perfect for the camper. What the problem is, this one. This is a much older weight distribution hitch. And I ran into a problem. Getting the drift in this video? The problem is, one, this is ancient, and two, it doesn't go high enough. So what's the problem? Well, the problem is, like I said, the height. Now, the receiver hitch on this Yukon comes out a lot higher than my Blazer. Substantially higher. Where this one needs a drop hitch, the Blazer needs a lift hitch. Now, how much different is it? Well, this ball is coming in at about, for ease, we'll just say 26 inches. This one is coming in at 24 inches. Now, a 2-inch difference doesn't seem like that much, but the problem is, it is. When it comes to these weight distribution hitches, you want everything as level as possible. That's the goal. The reason that's the goal is because these load leveling hitches, or weight distribution hitches, take 1,000 pounds and transfer that weight to the front of the vehicle. So it takes your vehicle from sitting like this is the back of your vehicle, and it puts the weight on the front, making it sit way more level, pushing the camper up in the back and the front down on your vehicle all at the same time. It helps with a lot of things. It helps with sway, it helps with control going down the road, because if you have all that weight on the back of the hitch, you've got way less weight on the front of the vehicle, which makes handling a lot different. Now, I have a few options here, and I haven't really figured out which one I'm going to do. One of my options is we can have Beckett sit on the hitch and hold the camper while we're driving. Do you think you can do that? No?
As heavy as 3 buses.
Well, that plan's out the window then. My second plan is rolling with it and trying to see how bad it is with that 2-inch difference. Like I said, I have a problem. I have figured out my solution to said problem. I will save you a lot of boring shots of me trying to figure out this hitch, how to match it to that hitch. I had it done. It wasn't working right. The chains for the torsion bar were at a really bad angle. So I'm going to pivot. To save money, I'm going to transfer this head over to here so it has the lift capacity. I'll be able to use the same bars, everything like that. And in the meantime, we will save up some money to get just this head, because you can buy just the head. I will take the ball out of this, put it in the new head, take this off, put it in the new head, and that way I can set this one up for the Blazer, and that one can be permanently set up for the Yukon. You may have noticed this big yellow tool is not using a big yellow battery. And that is because It is a Vanon battery. The kind folks over at Vanon sent out a battery for us to test out, see what we thought, and share it with you guys. And I gotta say, it's not disappointing. Just like all your big name batteries, they come with a battery indicator. I liked that you don't have to hold the button and that it displays it for a little bit. Now, if you're interested in this battery, there'll be a link down in the description section below bringing you right to their website. And the really awesome thing is, they don't cover just the big yellow guys. They carry batteries that work with the big red guys and multiple other manufacturers. So go over there if you want an affordable alternative. It is a 5 amp hour battery, 18 to 20 volt max. So it's gonna work on anything you throw at it. And it works with the factory charger. Charges it right up, doesn't know the difference. I've ran other aftermarket batteries in this guy and it doesn't like them, but this one runs it flawlessly, as you can see. Anyway, let's get back to the video. I got this mounted and I'm thinking I'm gonna have to put it back in the hitch, measure it, make sure that it matches the measurement from before, and see if this needs to be adjusted up or down. If it does, I'm going to do that off camera. You've already seen kind of what I'm going for here. But the next time I'll see you, I'll be backing it up to the camper and checking out how much squat is left. I'm glad I went this route. I think it's going to be better. In case you're wondering, this is what it looked like without the weight distribution hitch. Well, it was a success. I would say a 98% success. I think if I were to tow with this full time, I would want some helper bags because it still sags a little bit in the back. And it took everything in me to get to the third link. But I did get it down the road. I hit 50, 55 miles an hour. There was no sway, nothing like that. And it seemed to handle really, really good. And this does have a trailer brake controller on it and everything like that. We will see if we use it for upcoming trips. This is either going to tow the camper or it's going to tow the boat. For some of the trips that we have coming up, we need the boat and the camper. Thanks for watching. Sorry if it was too much rambling. But I did accomplish my goal. I know this can do it, and I know the angle to set it up at now. So, until next time, I will see you in the next video.
Please subscribe to our channel!